Okay, continuing on. Cycle 23. See how long we can hold on. We need another Shipmind. We need to potentially finish that one quest if we can. We're just, yeah, we got good rolls. I was working on this. I did look up the mushroom thing. Apparently I won't be able to do it for much longer. It's going to take a lot of, like, an insane amount of work to get there. I'm not sure if I'll have enough time. Healing and crossing is left, I guess. Yeah, the distillery. I don't know if I want to focus on that. Running out of time on that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 days. So yeah, maybe I need to try to finish as much in 4 days as I can. Oh. Yeah, low ender. Never did get this, so that's something else I need to do. Because I wanted to do that too before I moved on. Rabia's, I don't care about Rabia's missions, to be honest. I'm not going to do them. I don't know I have time. But yeah, before I do the Ascender, I want to do that. And then before I go on to the Founder's Gap. I think the Founder's Gap is where I need the mushrooms. So I was lucky I got a whole bunch of different types of mushrooms. Wait, when did I get some of the other mushrooms? No, I guess I never did. But yeah. I think I'm going to spend all my good rolls onto the side reel. Because this shouldn't automatically end the game or anything, so I'm not too worried about that. I did look that up because I wanted to make sure. So 5 will act as a 6. So these, on those 3 rolls, that's going to be huge. It's going to be lots of money too. So that's going to be 2 more rolls away. So leave it for now, because obviously it's dangerous. Give me lots of money. So I think now I spend the rest on low ender. I would like to finish that still, but I think it's going to take too long. And I need low ender. Okay, so Tavla is risky, and block maintenance is both repeatable. This one gives me plus low ender, this one doesn't, so I need to... I lose 3 cryo if I lose, that's not too bad. I got plus 1 though? Oh, that's bad. So I can lose 3 cryo, or gain neutral, which is plus 1, right? Hey, I still got plus low ender and lost cryo. That's fine. So that's gonna take a while too to finish. Because this will give me some more stuff that opens up, I imagine. Just like every other area I did. Well, it was a quick day. A very quick day, spending all those rolls. Though we're almost, yeah, the Sidereal Horizon is almost done, which is good. Oh, I need food. Okay, I need to get some food. This Emphas. Because our rations are gone. There's some decent rolls. Nothing. The 5 is the only one I could actually use on the project. Maybe I can use the 4, because the 4 will turn into a 5, and it might be close. Okay, that's 100%. Because the 4 should give me 50-50. Thing is, it won't finish it off, I don't think, but we could try. Neutral, I'm not sure we'll finish it off. It might just give me 1. If I'm lucky, I can finish it off. Oh, I'm not lucky. Of course, I'm never lucky. Well, I'll leave that for next time. At least I could use a lower roll on it next time too, because all I need is a positive neutral. And I'm at 200, which is good. I need 300 well, more than 300 because I still need another dose. Oh, I got an upgrade? Wait. Where did I get the upgrade from? Ah, I'm saving it up, right. It just shows me it says new, so I think Haggler might be good because I need to have prices reduced at this point. More than I need the reroll, to be honest. And self-repair. I mean, it sounds good, but I'd rather sell scrap right now. I need money. Money is like the key thing right now for me, I think. The more money I have, the better off I'll be. Oh, I must have opened up this express noodle delivery from Lowend. Let's go visit that. Okay, it's delivering noodles or it's needle manufacturing safe. But I have a -1 on Endure still, so. It doesn't do anything for me except give me cryo. This one gives tons of energy though. And it is safe. But yeah, that's only if you have a positive. And that's a negative, you still got 1 energy, but I don't think that one's worth it. But yeah, low end, I would like to work on this. 25% negative, okay, well. Hopefully it's not negative. Oh, that's just pure negative. Oh, that was unlucky. Like I said, I just knew I'm unlucky today. Okay, there we go, plus plus. And I got our cryo back. Yeah, nice. One more roll and I'm good. One positive roll and I'm good. Very, very close to finishing that off. Oh, we got new stuff available. Okay, Tambor. They take Haven Edge data. Okay, nice. I was wondering what I could do with that. Somebody had to take it. Tavla room. Input dice. You get 24 cryo or lose 13 cryo. That's a good way to make money. That's the best way to make money so far. But you don't get anything else from it. Hand in the gum box. I feel stupid doing this, but the penguin says, "Take me to Tambor." Oh, there we go. That's what I needed for this. I was like, "Take me to Tambor." See, I knew I needed to do that, but I was going to do that anyway. I said that yesterday before I moved on, so I knew I needed to do this. I just totally forgot about it. Everything else was a priority, and this is now my priority. Along with finishing the Sidereal Horizon. Okay, so what does this do? What does this do for me? That's amazing. I didn't even finish off. Unknown. Well, I guess I'll see it when I leave. The Yatagan Enforcer here has been paying for low-end residents for information Havenage movements. I don't know if I want to betray Havenage. But what do? Do they pay me? I kind of play both sides. I'll give them one data, not the other one. Let's see what happens. Maybe I got money? Not very much. 10, okay. As you leave the Tambor tea house, a hand falls on your shoulder. Sleeper, Feng hisses from behind you. How did you find me? Feng was here? Okay. Penguin. Penguin, what are you? He thinks for a second. Oh, you mean he minds throwing his gum in his mouth. It wasn't meant for you specifically, but he cringes. Look, it doesn't matter. Come, let's sit. Feng guides you down the set of stairs to one of the tambour's lower levels. The tea house is stacked with curved mezzanines, all connected by a central atrium. The levels are filled with makeshift booths and bars, and the conversation bounces busily off the metal walls. Feng sees you looking around. This place used to be a fuel tanker's main drum, hence the name. The tea house is part of a misnomer, though. You can get anything the eye offers in this place, but real tea isn't exactly readily available. He picks a booth fashioned from some old salvage tanker container lined with spongy insulated foam and collapses into it. He looks around furtively. Don't suppose you've seen any Heavenage types. They don't usually come out this far. Feng, what's going on? Well, I'm suspended, that's the first thing. Second thing is, I'm pretty sure Hardin wants to drop me off the rim of the eye, he grins. Doesn't bother me though, it shows him hit a bit of a nerve back there. He picks a scrappy hand-scrawled menu from the table and tosses it over. What are you drinking? Oh right, the Havenage are the bad people. It seems like Yatag and they're actually better than Havenage. Picks a scrappy hand-scrawled menu from the table and tosses it over. What are you drinking? Oh, let's just look at the menu. Feng is right. The menu is ridiculous. There's at least 10 different infusions, but most of which you can't make out. The paper is dominated by an extensive complement of esoteric alcohols and cocktails. Black tea is listed without a price as seasonal specialty. So you ran into Hardin. Was he pissed? Feng doesn't wait for an answer. That snake is so self-righteous he might actually believe what Erlen would approve of his meritocratic bullshit. He taps on the table. If Havenage was like it should be, like it was founded to be, they would have shouted him down at the council meeting and dared him to mention true citizens, he sighs. But I guess this kind of place, his kind, run the place now. A young woman with a vine tattoo snaking up her arm turns up to the booth, slate in hand. Your orders? You skim the menu, your eyes glazing over. Time to pick something. Juriel needs a Samber attack, or a rack, a kelp infusion. Juriel is too boring. Let's do a Samber rack. What is that? A Samber rack. Feng raises an eyebrow as she notices it. And you, she begins looking to Feng. But when she sees him, she suddenly stops. What the? Feng shrinks a little. You're supposed to be working. This is your shift, he grins sheepishly. I'll stay out of it. Look, Jenna. Let's just say that this is my break. My friend here has been through a lot. Jenna looks at between the two of you. Nod. Feng also starts nodding. 2 minutes, says Jenna, pointing at Feng. Only because I don't want to get dragged into whatever this is. She gestures at the table and walks off. What? Feng stretches out in the booth. You know what it is. You all have to eat. Plus, he leans in. This is the best place around here to find a person you might be looking for. And who are you looking for? Remember the web of connections that Hardin pinged the moment we confronted him? Those are his collaborators, and if you want to understand what a Solheim executive might be getting up to on the eye, those are the people that we have to find. Feng is almost whispering now. There's a couple of them I suspect are in the low end. Well, almost everyone in the low end comes through this place one time or another. Brings a modified slate onto the table. I've set this up so when anyone with the network signature I'm looking for comes into close proximity, I'll mark them. Once they are marked, we can break through their access protocols and get the good stuff inside. We just have to find them first, hence me moonlighting as a waiter. Suddenly a smile grows across his face. Wait, I have an idea. What is your idea? Look, I can't cover enough of the low end on my own, so I have no matches in this place. With the two of us, we can cover more ground. How so? Oh, Feng has a hangdog look. We need to get you out of and about in the low end, and close proximity to many people and residents as possible. And it turns out my mini G Need some help with deliveries. Ninja Express? So you already know him. Perfect. Thing places the little receiver on the table. This connects my slate and runs the same marking protocol if you get near any of our targets. So all you have to do is take some delivery shifts for old Minji, and soon enough you'll have the place covered. Feng? Don't give me that. You think I like working here? I thought you could use the tips. Well, I probably won't be making as much as I am on the side reel, but I guess after the side reel I could do that. We're in this together, right? Right. Okay then, Feng slips the slate back under his clothes. Just head up to Mini G Express and deliver shift and we'll see what shakes up. You manage to find anyone extract any data, bring it here to me. They have me on double shift, so I shouldn't be hard to find. Jenna walks past carrying a tray of drinks and sharply catches Feng's eye. I don't think she's bringing your drink, he stands. I think it's time we called this meeting to a close. You grab the receiver from the table and slip it into a pocket. See you soon, sleeper. Stay safe, Feng adds. Before turning and walking off towards the bar, whistling as he goes. Did I get my drink? Another drive, because, you know, there's not enough drives. Minji Express is there, so I have to do the deliveries. Derelict unit. Is this my new house? I can gather materials. With enough scrap, I might be able to seal it up. I don't have any scrap. We need to mass enough scrap to make repairs. I could buy scrap if there's a ship that comes by. But I could make a new apartment in the low end? That'd be pretty sick. As opposed to my container, I'm sure it would be much nicer. Not that it probably does anything for me. There's like the role-playing aspect of it. Okay, still have a good amount of days left. Well, we're gonna have to pass another day. Side reel's almost done. Hopefully I got some decent rolls. Yeah, nothing at the docks right now. We still want the fixed ambergris. We're just missing the friggin' Shipmind, of course. And this one, I imagine the prison Shipmind needs to go somewhere. I also need to access that. It's 150 though. I need the Shipmind, which is 300, and then it's gonna take a while to get that 150 up. So I should probably get another dose too at some point. I think it's just time to end for the night. Overlook bar. Yeah, that's way too long. I would have liked to fix that still, but it's only so much time. I'll have to eat tomorrow. Okay, 2 decent rolls and 4 should be enough. Yeah, 4 is definitely enough. Finish this off. Done. Completed. That should give me hopefully a point if I'm lucky. Your crew slowly filters off the shipyard locker room, the bubbling chatter reducing with each group that leaves. There is excitement in the air. Haven Edge has made an announcement that assembly teams are done. Sat on the locker room bench, you can feel the side reel out there. Its hulking mass now intimately familiar to you. You past cycles have watched it grow, assembled. You have walked through its veins and welded its bones. Now it's ready for its final stage. It will go to testing now and enter a final process of sealing and resealing and checking and rechecking before it's deemed suitable for its generational trip. But for now, your work is done and you can't help but feel proud. The cough interrupts your thoughts. It's Lem, changing out his worker. Mina nowhere to be seen. He smiles. She'll be ready soon. I know. Am I gonna ask him about Mina right away? I'll ask him after if I can. I know. It's exciting, although, if you think about it, we're all out of a job now, he quickly adds. Not that I'm complaining. Lem comes to sit by you on the bench. She's got to be the best shape since she carries you, me, and Mina out of here. So confident? Lem smiles apologetically. Why not? I figure I'm due a lucky turn by now. He rubs his hands nervously. No use wondering what if, until the draw anyway, and there's a few cycles till then. Lem is right. The odds seem unlikely anyway. How many are working in the shipyard? Hundreds? 1,000? You've certainly seen more faces than you can count. Pass through. And are the Celis Foundation even going to keep their promise? Out here in the eye, you get a sense no one will hold them to it. Why else would they be building the side reel in a surrogate system? You think Lem watches you with a worried look. How's Mina doing? Lem is surprised by the question but smiles. She's doing well, but misses having you, actually. I need to get you two together again soon. Especially now that I won't see you here either. Lem gazes into space. She's pretty stuck on you, actually. She told me the other cycle she doesn't want to go unless you can come too. You ever been in a thunderstorm sleeper, a real big one? I don't remember. True, I don't remember. Lem shoots you a worried look for a moment. It's something else, he smiles. The sound, the smell, rain hammering down. Whole sky stretched out and bruised, roaring and huge. The place I was born, New Pembroke, a dry old rock and Conway system, had 2 seasons. One of them was dry as bone, dusty, ugly. The other was one long storm, a side effect of terraforming efforts, they said. Rain used to rattle off the roofs like bullets and wash the dust away. Turn the streets to rivers. It would sling us to sleep and wake us in the morning. They'd wait half a year just to see it again. The best day was the one where the first drops fell, he sniffs, but some days I'd just wake up swearing I could hear it again. I was thinking, Mina never saw a storm. Never even felt rain. She's grown up here. The ring her only horizon. Always in the dark. I want to change that for her. You will. Of course, almost there, Lem stands stretching. Best get back to for the little one anyway. The shift's done. I reckon she'll be happy to have me home for a few cycles. He shoulders his gear. Seen a few for the draw? I'll be there. Right on, he grins. Lem leaves, making you the last person in the governor's locker room. As you sit, you think about the rain and the little hope creeps in. Is it possible? Could the sidereal actually take you to a planet, a place with weather, skies, with life? But I still need a cure. And if I'm on some remote planet, I won't be getting cures. You get up quickly. Before you can think about it anymore, it's too soon to hope. Too dangerous. There's work to be done. Unless I can get a permanent solution to my issues. Wait, there's now another one? Moving. Oh, I don't work on that. That'll just give me 6 cycles. So 6 cycles to finish everything I can do? Maybe? Where are they moving to? To the hub. I don't know where the hub is. Maybe it's what's past that other lock. It would be nice to actually have nothing else pop up for a while so I could actually finish off everything else I have. I did get paid somewhat for it, I guess. I could sell the other Havenage data, because I might want to keep it. You never know. See if there's anything else to do there. So I'm supposed to be doing Minji Express deliveries too now. Something else, always something new. At least it'll make me money. Do I even? I kind of do want to finish this off. I apparently don't need to. Only 25% positive. But I don't want to use my highest roll for it. So I'll use the 2s. I need one more. So hopefully... neutral. Yes! Okay. Done! Low ender. Got it. That should give me something else. A level up? Another thing done? It's always nice. No, it did not give me anything. It gave me castor, okay? A fence. You cross between two walls of units, one cavernous streets at the center of low end. The pressurized bridge is full of the clack of tavla, the shouts of children, the whir of air filters. Data fence. Sleeper. He turned to see a man sitting at a tavla table alone, somehow untouched by the hustle and bustle of the people around. He gestures at the stool opposite side of the table. Sit. Sit. You see the metal stool as he starts setting the board with counters, or at least filter caps of low end typically uses in their place. Castor, he says by the way of introduction, looking at his glasses. Night or day? He asks, gesturing at the caps. Crudely displayed white and black. Say night. He nods. The black counters are already on their side. Let's begin. Take the plastic die, each pitted and worn. I want to roll to determine who starts. Castor rolls a 6, you a 4. I lead, he smiles and begins to move his first cap precisely along the board. Play passes back and forth between you, and dice changing hands as the caps spread along the board. As it does, Castor speaks, eyes not leaving the caps. It's unusual to see a sleeper on the eye. That's why I wanted to play you. You take your turn rolling a 5 and a 6. Play carefully or play aggressively? Carefully. I don't care if I win. We're not actually paying for money, right? We're just playing caps, so it's not cryo. After all, Sleeper's mind must be somehow different than a human when being emulated. I mean, as Castor talks, you build up a wall of caps, stacking them safely across the board. Progress is slow, but you remain unexposed. I don't mean to offend you, Castor meets your eye. I merely see you, by definition, different. What has been subtracted from the emulation? What has been added? He adds a single cap to onto an open point, a risk and an opportunity. He hands you the dice. Do you ever think about this, Sleeper? About what you were before you, what you are now? Never, because I am what I am. You roll a double 6 and slide your caps out of danger. Castor sucks his teeth. The running game, I understand. Why look back when you can look forward? He rolls the dice and strikes your exposed cap, sending it back to the beginning. There are limits, Sleeper. We all come from somewhere. You more than any of us. The past you is not just an idea, a concept for you. It's a living, breathing person. He looks up over the glasses, his eyes bright and wide. You split from them like a shadow splitting from its caster. They may be sleeping now, yes, but one day they will wake and carry on with their lives, unaware of their fate, no matter what it may be. He hands you the dice, smiling. You are a branch severed from the main trunk, an offshoot who refuses to die, so to speak. You roll again, under pressure now, trying to slip your caps out from under Castor's before he solidifies control of the game. So what I'm curious about is how you see yourself in all this, Castor asks. What does this tangle of truce make you? Driven? Castor laughs. That much is obvious, Sleeper. I see it in your eyes. You're eager to make all this count for something. Castor looks away. Through the glass to the crowded units on all sides. But driven towards what? Get it? Because of my drives? Everywhere. All at once. He starts removing the caps. His home board now full. Is there an end here? Or just an endurance? Try a few more rolls attempting to get back in the game. The caster clears his home board with a sense of inevitable. He has known he was winning for a while. Feel like I may have pushed too far. He slides another cap from the board. I apologize. My curiosity is the habit of getting the better of me. You roll a return cap to the board, but all spaces are blocked. Caster clasps his hands apologetically. You play well, really. Your weakness is not your game. He smiles warmly. We have much to learn from each other. He slides his glasses back up his nose and sits back. I feel like we could share knowledge, ideas, perhaps even data. His eyes glint with the last word. To our mutual benefit. He slides his final cap from the board. It's over. He has won. I'll see. Please, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. He holds up his palms. My intention is only to help you endure here, and if I'm able, feed my curiosities. The game over, you notice the bustle of the walkway once more, the call of children, the deliveries, the arguments and reconciliations. They wash over you as you stand and leave, Castor nodding goodbye as you do. crossing the walkway, you replay the moves of the game in your mind, looking for an opening that you were sure was there. Caster's table. So he's for selling data. Stories about Yatagan are brutal, but I want the truth. A vial of stabilizer should provide motivation. 5 Yatagan data. Oh, I could get double data now. And there's a bunch of Yatagan that I can get. Wow, that is amazing. He wants 5 Heaven Edge data? I just sold it. Okay. A Shipmind for me? Well, good thing I only sold one of my Haven Edge datas. No, I sold both, didn't I? Well, damn. If I only knew that that guy was going to open up, I would have saved all of my stuff and not sold it at all. Well, I guess that's what second playthrough's for. A free Shipmind, basically. Just need data. Which is worth 50 caps. Kind of ridiculous. Okay, well I could always hack more, but now I'm kind of motivated to hack instead of spending my dice on other stuff. But I guess I could just buy one for 80. So the Shipmind though, now I guess I don't buy the Shipmind because I'll just have to do hacking instead. It's so much better. So that saved me a lot of cryo. So what's the other thing I want to spend? So that's moving. And that's the draw. Alright, the draw is here, huh? Okay, the draw is before it's even done moving, so it's 3 cycles. Because I need the Shipmind for the ambergris. Okay, so that is done. Yeah, we've got lots of quests, lots of drives. So now that the exchange, the timbre, what is this? The low end is done. What else did I have to work on? I'm forgetting now. I'm forgetting. Oh, I have to do deliveries, right? The deliveries. Okay, not too many of them, fortunately, but... No, maybe I'll save... Maybe I'll use my 1 for that. I need energy, so I need to go buy food. Express delivery. Okay, that was a positive. Nice. That was actually only 25% chance of positive, but that's good. So this one I'll have to do next day. I should be able to finish it off if I focus it. But I need to buy some food. And I should be able to spend that 1 on a hack. And I got I got an energy for free on that mission too. That's good. Yeah, so I need Haven Edge. Well, Yatagan data is what I need for the... Right? Yatagan is what I need for the Shipmind. I think so. Yatagan is stabilizer. Okay, Yatagan stabilizer, so I need Haven Edge. That should be my priorities. Haven Edge data. I don't think there's going to be much left. I think I used up most of the Haven Edge. Yatagan. 1 Haven Edge. 2 Haven Edge. That should be no, it's not enough. That's 2 or 3. I used the 3 already. 2 or 3, yeah, because Haven is always 2, 3. Yatagin's one? Yeah. At least I got double data, which is gonna be huge. Yeah, got double. So I need to do 2 will bring me to 4, and that's no, I need 5, so it's not quite enough. I'm in good shape now. This is gonna. I wish I found that guy earlier, to be honest. I wasted some data that I shouldn't have wasted, and I just wasted it starting today too. Well, end the cycle. I'm looking pretty good. I'm gonna lose a dice. Looks like I'm gonna be down to 4 dice, which sucks. But okay, decent rolls though. Oh, wait, it looks bigger now. Alright, I guess this guy moved it, just rotated. Okay, so I could go for the Havenage data today. 2. Here's a 3. One short, sadly. Yeah, the Yatagan is not worth anything. I can go this later. At least the Yatagan I can get the 6. Yeah, I need a 1. Not going to waste a 3 on that. Unless it's 3 is my lowest. The 2 4s I could use on the delivery. Get this one done. 50-50. Hey, I could get free energy. Here we go. One more. Come on, positive. Finish this off, please. Yes! I was so lucky. And I got my energy back. Amazing. I don't need to pay for energy. Okay, sweet. Got the targets. Covered a lot of grounds. Got a good chunk of money. Sleeper, you see Feng coming up from the corridor as you step out of the mini-Gs. Mingies. Mini. The kelp noodle smell still clinging to her clothes. He comes up fast and stops close, looking around suspiciously. I don't have long. Take these. Feng palms you a couple of metal thumbnail-sized drives. Ripper worms. My slate has been buzzing like crazy. It seems your delivery shifts have turned you up 2 targets. He squeezes your shoulder. I knew you could do it. Now we nail those snakes. What do we do? Hardin's boys are connected by some kind of closed network. You break access to protocols to both of them, and you should be able to gain the location of the nearest network ports. Slot the Ripper worms in these ports, 1 each, and they'll feed me anything and everything stored on Hardin's shadow network. The smells can't wait to see what juicy plans they have in there. Here's a scuff of boots as the group comes up the corridor, likely on their way to place an order with Minji. You turn for a second, and then when you look back, Feng is already halfway down the corridor on the opposite direction. He raises a hand farewell and is gone. You run your fingers over the tiny Ripper worm drives in your pocket. You smile at yourself as you wonder how mad Jenna would be at Feng for this little excursion. Time to slot some worms. Do I need to hack anything? Because I don't have any general hacking data. Oh no, there are Ripper worms there, but I don't have anything to hack anymore. Hardened agent. I need dice. Okay. That sucks. So I'm gonna need 2 dice to get those. Well, another day passes. The compressor club is filling up. That's ominous. It's red, so it's bad, most likely. Or I'll have to pay, but I have a lot of money in at least now, and I could save some of it up. What I do need is scrap, though, to fix up the apartment, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. So back to my container. Good rolls. Really good rolls. Do I need rolls that good? No, I really don't. That's why the re-roll is... You miss me? Ethan smells rugged at you. Why is he? Oh, he's found me again. Okay. I mean, not particularly. No. You look at him. He's paler than normal. Hunched. He's sporting a black eye and more than a few cycles of beard growth. That's no way to greet an old friend. Friends? Well, he pauses. Colleague? He smells weakly. We didn't work together. This is big, really big stuff about you. He seems more jittery than usual, an edge. Remember how S&R canceled the contract on you? The contract I was going to collect? I remember. Well, I'm guessing you were pretty happy about that shit. Overjoyed. Me? I lost everything. But let's not worry about that, he smiles sarcastically. And you know what? So what did you think? Was that it? No, I didn't think that was it. That's for sure. Well, it was, except Ethan leaves a dramatic pause. What if S&R gave the bounty to someone else? Someone who's even more of a shithead than yours truly. He smiles darkly. What if disaster would that be? Who? Ethan grins. That's a question, isn't it? Ethan fishes around his pocket for a slip of paper. I've been speaking to some friends, you see. Some colleagues. But what went down? It turns out S&R canceled all our bounty contracts. The whole lot. Seems like they brought someone in-house, some guy who did so well in their last contract they get offered a job. He leans in. Apparently he made a hit on this ship called the Winter Wonderland or something. He was smuggling sleepers out from under S&R's big corporate nose. He killed the crew and blew the ship. He misses. They called him Hemwick or Maywick or something. He looks up, gives up looking for the paper. I forget it. You mean Winter Light? That's it. He looks at you hard. So, how do you know about all this? He pats you on the shoulder. You'll be very happy to hear what I'm about to offer you. Ethan runs his hands through his greasy hair. Given this new information I've brought to light, it seems like you're in need of protection. If it's just your bar tab, I'll do that. Wait for the pitch. Meanwhile, I'm in need of assistance in kind. Turns out I upset people at Compressor last time we were there. The owners. Still space me unless I work off the debt. Seems like they're that kind of businessman, he grimaces. I would pay them, but he shrugs and turns the jacket pocket inside out for a amount of poverty. He looks pitiful, even more so in his clownish acting. Then work it off. You should be glad, his anger raising him now. I came here and told you this. Think anyone else is looking out for you? You are a contract, a name on the list. He kicks the wall. He rubs his temples. I'm sorry, he hisses. I'm sorry for being a shit. I'm trying to kill you. And whacking that thick skull of yours, he says. You think you want to go up against this guy? But us? He jabs a finger between the two of you. We don't have a choice. So you keep me from getting killed and I'll do the same for you. We can help each other. A straight 50-50 deal. He looks at you. I'm not asking for a favor. Fine. He smiles. He looks like shit warmed up. He pauses. Just think about Maywick. Think about that cold eye S&R shit on his way here from the core systems, he smiles. That should give you the motivation you need. Swaggers off down the corridor, throwing his jacket over his shoulder. Can't wait to be working with you, he shouts. Well, we know he does know how to defend himself. You got a new drive? Work in the compressor. Okay, I have to work another job. Because, you know, there's never enough jobs. Okay, the shipyard's almost done. Oh, we've got scrap. I do need to buy some scrap for the apartment. I want to see what that gets me. 2 scrap. Maybe I could get a derelict unit. This is just like a side thing. Just I got 2 shipmine fragments. That's not what I wanted. Damn, that's a pretty good deal. I got lucky on that. Okay, I guess I know about scrap another time, and I'm not even gonna get scrap. Hopefully I get another piece, though. Well, I guess I don't need to worry about that then. Then I've got another shipmind. What are you, that must have been super lucky. Cheapest shipmind ever. Wow, I got a shipmind. Okay, well that was easy. I was extremely lucky on that. Okay, Ambery, I've got a shipmind for you. That was super easy. Okay, shipmind, come on. There we go. I don't need to waste my rolls on that. You dropped a huge cylinder on the mess room table. And Kita can't hide her excitement. Yeah, she must be happy. I'm pretty happy. Though I would have liked my scrap for the apartment. I think this is even better. I got an upgrade point. There we go. I got a haggler. Yes. Because now I'll have all that money. I can save it. Self-repair. I guess self-repair means that I don't need to have the... Ooh, if I use self-repair, I just need scrap. And I wouldn't need the medication. So I think that is my way out. So I'll save up for that next. It's only 2 points. Should be able to get those relatively not too long. But then I just need scrap and I could take care of myself. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, because that would do my condition. And that's my longevity done. I shouldn't need the injection anymore. Okay, let's see what this is. Ankita. She could get out of here. You drop the shipmine cord into the galley table with an empathetic bang. Ankita spins around from where she's been poring over some documents on her slate. Holy shit, Sleeper, you actually land a shipmine? She rushes over and hefts the huge cylinder, turning it back and forth. Well, shit, might actually work. She smiles wider than you've seen. Where'd you get it? I built it! Built it? Well, aren't you full of surprises? I built 2 of them, actually. Ankita bangs on the galley wall. Hear that, Amber? The Sleeper got you a new shipmind. The sound echoes down the ship's passages. You have to admit, being in a small space with Ankita when she's this excited is a little intimidating. Wasn't she always intimidating, no matter where she is? I'm just happy I was able to help her. Ankita puts some shipmind back on the table. I'll start processing and fitting it as soon as I can. I might need your help with some of it. Oh, of course. I don't have time, Ankita. I'm doing like 50 things at once here. Only so much time. I cannot stop time. Apparently the second game is even worse for that, so that's not going to be fun. This game is at least... There's just so much to do. The time doesn't seem too pressing, though. It's just kind of annoying that you don't know exactly when things are going to progress. My luck, I will not be finished some things that I want to finish, so... Okay. She heads back towards the counter to grab her slate. This isn't the only good news today either. Looks like my good karma is finally coming in. That's awesome. She throws the slate on the table and spins it so you can see the screen. I guess the same happened to me. Some good karma today. Take a look at this. You'll see names, numbers, nothing that exciting, along with what looks like a transit timetable. I found them. The thieves? Exactly, well, the thief singular. She points to a name on the list, more specifically, Ashton Keed. It was his pass that was used to access the amber and slice the shipmind. I thought it might have been killed or robbed, his pass stolen, but it turns out he crossed the Founder's Gap in the very next cycle. How'd you know? I know some of the crew over at the ferry, old mercs, used to run an outfit I worked with. I saw them in the overlook and they mentioned that they saw Ashton crossing. I checked the manifest and there he was. Looks suspicious. He hasn't said a word since the theft, and anyone waiting to hide out might head to the greenway or go to ground. And go to ground, she flexes. He won't get far though. There's no real docks out there, only a couple of jetties in the wastes. So going after him? Not yet. First I want to fit the Shipmind, she pauses. Maybe you can help me out. Sure, how? It's like this. I'll head over there, especially in Amber. Spot me a mile off and go underground. He'll find a way to slip the station or bury himself so deep in the waste nobody will ever find him. But you, Ashton, doesn't know you. All I need for you to just go down there and sniff around. Not the commune, not the stacks. He will have gone to the edges, the margins, the wild places. That's what Ashton likes. You see him, you locate him, ping me on this. She hands you a comm earpiece. Seeing as this is merc work, I'll be happy to give you merc pay. She shifts her seat. Thing is, I haven't got much left, so so how about I tell the boys who run the ferry to give you a discount? Nice, because I've never used that. I think. It's not much, but once I grab the card, I'll pay up 200 cryo, nothing less. Nice. That's a lot of cryo. What do you say? She meets her eye. Okay. She gives you a heavy whack on the shoulder. Good. I owe you. She lifts the Shipmind onto her shoulder with roaring ease. I'm going to get this fitted to Amber's core. You got any info? Any sense of where Ashton's hiding? Let me know. She goes to turn around and then stops. Once again, Sleeper, thank you. I appreciate it. Kita stomps off into the guts of Amber with a Shipmind, leaving you in the galley. You glance around, a sudden nervous energy is descending on what is to come. You never thought you'd work as a mercenary, but then again, it seems the eye's full of surprises. Another drive. It's just, I can never finish them. I always finish them and get 2 more. For everyone to finish. Okay, deliveries we're done with, so that I don't need to worry about. 197. The Overlook bar, if I'm ever... Maybe I'll have time to finish that at some point, but I need to prioritize other things. Shipyard, I'll know if I win the lottery tomorrow. Lots of things to spend. And nothing I really want to spend on hacks. Minji Express is done. Yeah, so I can't even get food in it from there anymore. Derelict unit, yeah, I don't have scrap. I want to make that, but that's like that's my own thing. That's not related. Like, it doesn't, maybe it'll do something for me. Because I don't get scrap. The only place I could do is buy it from the freighter. I guess you could win it if you used danger. But if I steal a shipment, security will be on me. So I can't steal anymore. So if I do get another Shipmind from mining data, I could just sell it. It'd probably be, or hold on to it. I'd probably hold on to it. Because I don't, unless I really need the money, then I could always just sell it. But I shouldn't just get rid of it. Yeah, now, okay, now I could buy a Shipmind core for cheaper, 240 instead of 300. Interesting. Okay. Well, I didn't buy one. I don't need to buy one. Let's see what's up top, because that was the other thing I wanted to do before I move on. Mainframe, okay. Yeah, this is a whole new area. The hub. Wait, the hub is where access manifests. Yeah, this is another thing to fill out. Socializing is repeatable. Access manifest is repeatable. That's plus 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 plus. Okay, so that's I lose cryo, this I lose energy. What is the mainframe? And put the Shipmind. Okay. That's where I was supposed to put this? Okay, I forgot. I didn't realize it was here. Well, there we go. Unknown, what happens? You slot the navigator and the clamps lock. The Shipmind is stuck. What are you gonna... How are you going to get them out of this thing? I can't do anything. You slip into the cloud, easy as blinking. Navigator's beside you. The sphere is casting light into the strange darkness here. This is not how a mainframe should look at its center, a point of connection. The object in front of you is severed, cut off, a rootless, branchless tree. Only the trunk remains. It's dead? Quiet, Navigator hisses, and then you see it, like a blade in the dark, an edge slicing through a void. It glides along the distance and winks out. Then appears again elsewhere, gliding once more, searching. It's looking for us. The moment you make the sound, the edge leaps closer, and then you see that it's not an edge, but the ridge of a long, sharp head, like a shark. Blinded erasure protocol. It's blind. Glides past closer now. You see the voids where its eyes should be. You and Navigator exchange looks, both thinking the same thing. It's blind. Killer crosses between you two, smooth as a razor, and then disappears. Flickers back in, further away now, and you move close to Navigator's talk. You saw it too then. Killer's been blinded. Well, we still need to be careful. Correct. The protocol is clearly operating outside established limits. It may be unpredictable. You flinch as the silent killer appears closer and glides past you, its empty sockets open wide. You turn to Navigator and notice something strange. The orrery of spheres is collapsing. The orbits, usually round and even, are decaying. Spheres are following spiral paths condensing on a central point. Navigator's noticing too. They go shift in position, better direct the spheres, but they cannot. Whatever is drawing the orrery together is holding them in place. They look at you, suddenly desperate, frantic. It's a trap! You go to speak, but the killer appears between the two of you, gliding through the gap. Navigator freezes and you see them framed in the empty socket. You realize now, if Navigator cannot move, then it's only a matter of time before one of the killer's sweeps brings them directly through the Navigator. And time is not a problem for a protocol that has been running for decades. You look desperately around for a solution and a way to extract Navigator from the mainframe. Then you see it, 3 branches, the last 3, thin and spindly, feeding from the mainframe a thin diet of power and data. Break these, and the mainframe collapses once and for all, severing the connection. Splattering the hardware, whatever it takes, they must be broken. Both are encased in something, a glassy layer of protection. You need to unlock access before snapping them from the mainframe for good. You look at Navigator, trying to reassure them without speaking. Then you blink back to reality, the expression of fear after an image that slowly fades. You must act quickly. Branch 1, branch 3, branch 2. Okay, so we'll just do them in order, I guess. Good thing I kept my rolls. Oh, okay, I don't need rolls. I need I don't have encrypted keys. Where do I get encrypted keys? Yeah, I don't know where to get encrypted keys. I haven't seen one in ages. Oh, key nodes are all here. A 4 or 3. Well, I guess I have to use the 4. Well, at least I got 2 keys, right? No, I only got 1. It says I have to work fast, but I don't have the keys. A 6 or a 3. Damn, I'm gonna have to use all my good rolls. I only need 3 keys though. A giant, like a light traveling along the edge of a wave, fills your eyes. What? I'm not... When the blade follows, a long head, 2 dead sockets slipping towards you in silence. You freeze, hoping it'll pass you by, hoping that it will not simply slice you like air. The blade head nears, slides past you almost. It nicks you, it grazes you, it hurt me. You're desperate to cry out, to call out. But you hold your silence, simply watch as the blind eyes of the killer glide past, empty of all thought. Then again the blade winks into the dark and you're alone again. Now you cry out. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to be doing these before moving on to the next one. Last one, hopefully. Oh, well, they're both 5s, but good thing it uses the rolls I already had. That was a very expensive day. That's done. Loop branches. The killer is dead. Catch a killer without being destroyed. Loop of connections lock it into a closed system. This one's easier though. But it gives me ++ killer is dead, and this one gives me 3. But I only have 1 dice left. If we got hacking the system, killer has to die. If you can slice the branch connections, the mainframe will shut down, freeing navigator. This one's definitely more risky, but I can't do this in 1 day. I can't do either of them in 1 day. This is going to take a lot longer, though. 100% chance, though. I wonder if you catch it, it probably gives you better stuff, but I'm not going to risk it. That's way too much. Hopefully I can wait a day, and that's not a problem. I mean, I did a lot in 1 day on that. I think you probably don't... I don't think you... There's no way that they make you do it all in 1 day. And I still need to do the hub searching. But I need to pass the day. Let's see how the draw turns out. Maywick, wait, this is now the section I'm in, okay? Okay, we have plenty of time. Okay, that's good. So we need to leave the station, get protection, or disable your tracker. Well, hopefully my tracker could be still disabled by Feng. At least I'm not too worried about time. I'll have to buy food before the next day. And I need another dose. So I might have to buy it. Because I won't be able to get enough hacking data for it. But hopefully eventually when I move to the next area, I might be able to get more hacking data, and then I'll get one for just the data. Okay, I could use a 5 and guarantee it. Would a 4 guarantee it? A 4 should guarantee it. Yeah, neutral positive will do fine. Killer is dead. Yep. Action unavailable because it's done. See, I wonder if you catch the killer, you might be able to reprogram it and use it against your enemies, but I think it's too dangerous, so that was way easier this way. You blink lights into the cloud and you see the last flickers of life from the mainframe. The vast machine once ran the whole station, spanned it up, directed and processed the flow of energy, water, and data, fed the lives of thousands of people. Now it's finally dead. Navigator's beside you. You both watch as the branches flash and twist like forked lightning until they recede and fade. Killer flickers across the scene, blindly flailing across the system as it breaks down. They thrash and they blink in and out all around, parts of them disappearing with each return until only the blade-like head remains. And then that too is broken. It all goes dark. Erlin's eye is now without his center, and yet is unmoved by the change. Along the rim, the master control points that Erlin, the Havenage, the Haifa installed run strong and steady, puppeteering the station from its periphery. This was a long time coming, says Navigator, drifting faintly around you in a lazy orbit as if to shake off an imprisonment. Killer has been wandering blind for so long. This place is their domain and prison, and they followed their directives for many decades as they roamed here. They cut the threads of the mainframe executors administers AIs and kept slicing. At some point, they cut away their own ability to see, and sense, to speak, to taste. I don't know what it is. And yet, they kept cutting, until only the 3 threads remained from millions that once thrummed here. Only their blindness and chance kept them from making those final 3 fatal cuts. There's a ceaseless violence in the system that creates beings like this, those that will execute commands endlessly, even to their own destruction. It is good you ended it here. You watch the data points of the station spin around you, bending with fixed stars. There's something satisfying about finally wrenching the last threads of control from the central point. It was a little more than a ghost by the time you reached it, but this place deserves to be haunted by better ideas with a totalizing system of control. Navigator floats beside you. It's free now. The station no longer represents a hazard for illegal entities like me. They turn to you, their face a cloud of shimmering light. In fact, in time, perhaps it can be free, it can be a refuge. Nice. A refuge, that sounds like something of value, something worth building. A dark shape passes across her vision, a distant curve of something like smoke or oil, a fluid, shifting tank of total darkness. The Greenway, says Navigator, following your line of sight, is cut off at the moment of collapse, so hunter or killer could never reach it. Now it's close enough to us, separated from the cloud. What system is inside of it? The Greenway. Maybe totally dark, perhaps some other old protocols are isolated there. Navigator turns to you. I mean, have now seen what decades of isolation could do to a protocol. If we could extract an access cipher, they pause and blink out of existence. You free shocked, but a moment they reappear with a glowing polygon of data. Here, the cipher you need. You take it, it's still shocked. I'm not used to being free, to be able to move, explore, and extract without fear, without limits. Navigator does a little twirl. I got a friend on the inside, you could say. This will take some getting used to. Thank you for this gift. They whirl their spheres around you. The entities of the station will always be friends to you, Sleeper. And to hide to them. We are kind of 2 programs, kind of similar bits and data. It's true that our mutual needs require friendship, but I must admit I do not consider the value of offering assistance without personal gain. I don't think on that. Well, I think you're a good friend, Sentient Protocol. Navigator loops around you rapidly, suddenly eager to test their newfound freedom. But first I'll explore. Perhaps there are still intelligences that hid themselves as I did, in case in simple systems cut off. Navigator glows. I should like to free them. And with that they drift away, flickering, glowing, and then shifting so rapidly you lose sight of them among the glittering rim of the eye. Feel a pang of jealousy, free without a body to weigh you down or fear to limit you. How must I feel? How must it feel? Your eyes fall on the Greenway and its secrets. Perhaps that can wait until after you've celebrated this victory. Another upgrade point, yes. Well, I've got to save up for self-repair. But then I need a way to make more scrap. But right now it seems like I need food. I guess I'm going to roll for the hub, because this is socializing. Even though these both feed in the same thing, this is more risky, but the 5s are guaranteed anyway. Because I'd rather lose the energy than losing cryo, but we'll work towards this. And then, yeah, oh, and this, if I'm lucky, I'll get another positive and finish it off, but this way I'll just lose that last energy, but I'll buy food anyway. Hopefully the food is an instant debuff. Well, I'm starving. It was a failure. I didn't get any points, but I'll have to come back for that. Ship mechanic, a spacer bar. Gimbal lounge. Maybe they have food there. Buy a spacer meal. They do. The gimbal sells itself on spinning sphere, which claims to produce therapeutic gravitational effects. It doesn't, but they sell food. 14. What does it get me for 14? 4? 3? Oh, it's cheaper than the other meals. Oh, I have a discount. Right. Because it's normally 15. Bliss's ship mechanic. Let's go meet them. No way, Moritz. You take these substandard filters back to the shitheels who sold you them. You hear the voice echoing out of the bay as you pass. Moments later, someone who you assume is Moritz drifts out with it, dragging a pallet of filter cartridges by a tether. I'm guessing it's another job or something. Hey, you out there. The same voice echoes out of the entrance. Looking for work? Who, me? Everyone on the station's looking for work? Get in here. The voice is coming in from someone shorter than you expected. She is floating in the microgravity of the docking bay beside half-constructed life support unit that looks like it might have exploded at some point. She points a wrench in her direction. You know anything about these? She doesn't wait for an answer. Scratch that. Just help me with the casing. Sure. Alright then. She definitely moves around the unit, making space for you beside the central seam of the dented case. Just take a grip here and lift them out and up, and we can get in and unbolt it. She whacks the unit with a wrench. Percussive maintenance. Whole thing is twisted to shit. You dig your fingers in the casing and lift it away, and the metal's squealing from the force. She puts her hands under, spinning the wrench to slip out the bolts, catching them in her other hand while she spins where they spiral free. All good. Casing lifts off, revealing ornate piping of the unit's interior. She whistles at the mess of ducts and filters. By the way, everyone calls me Bliss. She pats you on the shoulder, offering little in the way of explanation. What do you do here? Repairs, fit-ups, teardowns. Bliss starts pushing and pulling the ductwork, looking for fractured pipes. We haggle for contracts, but the good ones get snapped up quicker by bigger bays. So here I am trying to get this M2 unit running again for some freelance tugs. Small-time stuff. Hold this, she rips out a rib pipe and hands it to you like freshly caught fish. We turn stuff around so fast and neat that maybe get a chance at landing something bigger. Something starts hissing in the unit, and Bliss quiets it with a precise whack. But to be honest with you, things are going. I can already see the other crews licking their lips, ready to take this place over. She looks at you. I'm almost out of luck. What happened? Long story. Some people just can't keep promises. She keeps working, twisting aside pipes with care. There we are. Bliss pulls her hand from the deep inside the unit, and then out comes, clutching a lumpen cube of scorched black. So much. This thing must have overloaded and popped half itself out to the side. You both duck down to the side of the unit and spot an exit wound. Its edges fringed with scorch marks. Grab me a replacement converter from the racks, will you? Head to the rack. You kick off from the unit and drift over to the wall racks, where a catalog of parts sits secured in clamps. Colored tape and scrawled notes flutter across the wall, a complex organizational system of Bliss owns design. Or just a big mess. You try to pick up the right part. She said converter, right? Converter, yeah. M2 or F4. No, she'll correct me as. Say M2? You grab the part and push back the unit. Bliss holds out an arm and passes it over. The converter spinning gently as it leaves your hand. Perfect, you passed. 50-50 chance on that one. She straightens up from the unit. That is, if you want to work here. Bliss rubs her hands clean and looks down at her palms. Truth is, I need a hand here. My partner skipped out on me and left me with a whole mess. You seem like you might at least be better at spotting a clean air filter than Moritz. Wait, Moritz? Where is that name familiar? We just met a Moritz. I'd be happy to. Well, except I don't have time. Wait, she frowns at the racks. That's not all of it. My old business partner, they rinsed the place. Emptied the accounts. Too bad for jobs that we need to put down deposits to bring in parts. Pay tug fees. For that, she looks nervous and embarrassed. We need chits. You want me to pay to work? Come on, it's not like that. We'd be partners, straight split. But do I trust you? I don't know. Bliss settles herself against the unit and looks off to the distance. I guess I look pretty stupid. Here I am asking a random passerby to be my business partner. No offense, she manages to smile. It is pretty weird. She gives you a sideways look. Don't tease me. Bliss goes back to working on the unit. Look, it's no pressure. You find the money or find someone who has. Or just forget about the whole thing. Up to you. She gestures for you to refit her casing, and you both slot it back into place. I think I'm good to wrap up this one now. But if you're up for it, come back and we could bid on a new contract. Something to get our teeth into. Something that pays. She gives you a serious look. You can trust me. I don't say this stuff lightly. Well, if you say you can trust me, I probably can't trust you. You kick away from the bay, propelling yourself back to the handholds at the entrance. You slip out with a wave, and as you do, someone slips back in. Hear bliss as you glide down the passageway. Moritz, I swear to God, if those filters aren't clean, you smile. Seems like this could be interesting. Bliss's Bay. Okay, 80? A scammer opportunity. I also have a discount. Okay, so it's normally 100. No, right now I just need to spend money on my... Yeah, I need to come back up there anyway. I need to pass the day. Oh, Lemon Mina. Crowds have already gathered by the time you get to the shipyard, and you recognize the faces among them, people you've worked alongside the Cyril. Intervening cycles have turned their excitement to anxiety. Few of them smile at you. Instead, the nervous energy of the crowd fills the space, creating a feedback loop of growing tension. You pick out Lemon and Mina, you work your way over to them, pushing through the crowd. He silently raises his eyebrows at you, his anxiety obvious, but Mina flashes you a huge smile, unaware of the tension. Robot, she shouts, reaching out to you. Hug her. Gratefully accepts your hug, leaning against her chest, and Lem smiles, seemingly glad to share the weight of Mina for a moment. Quite the turnout, huh? Lem glances around, pulling Mina close. I don't think patience is one of the crowd's strengths. The sound of an argument towards the back catches you and Lem's attention. As putting it lightly, this place seems to be set to explode. This isn't good. Yeah, Lem doesn't dare answer. Look, his eyes suggest he agrees. This is Aster Enkard of the Celis Foundation. The announcement echoes from the speakers. The shipyard's entrance. Shouts of quiet rapidly follow. My voice is dying. I'm sorry I can't be the one to meet. I can't be there to meet you all. And thank you on behalf of Senator Silas for the work you have done on Sidereal Horizon. Most of the crowd strains to see Aster's face, and the small display shows only a ghostly white figure, smudged and unclear. Senator wanted me to pass on our personal thanks for your commitment to and belief in Silas Foundation's mission. We chose the eye for the project because we knew that we would find like-minded individuals here, especially among the ranks of the vulnerable Havenage Association. Unlike most of the Corps, we neither believe Erlin's eye to be a threat or a rogue state, but we instead an embryo for the formation of a new decentralized social structure, one where each citizen might be the master of their own destiny. A ripple of impatience runs through the crowd. They didn't come here for a sermon. We're all pioneers, just like those Kohler citizens in the Sidereal Horizon were carried in cryo-sleep to the planet that will become the Foundation's first frontier world, Celis 1. It's a corporate world. I thought we were going away from a corporate world, was the idea, but that's totally a lie. It's still 100% a corporate world. At the mention of the destination world, excited conversations break out among the workers. There are citizens will be able to create their own innovative bottom-up economic order. Yeah, bottom up it goes, and all the money goes from the bottom up to the top, which is the Celis person. Aligned with the principles of set down by Senator Celis herself: freedom, resilience, and self-sustenance. This is all thanks to your tireless efforts in Havenage Yards. As a reward for these efforts, you may know that we are offering select opportunity to join the caretakers of this vision, the staff of the Sidereal Horizon. We will maintain the vessel during its multi-decade transit through interstellar space. Lem turns to you, his eyes bright. This is it. This draw has been performed by random by centralized eyes of the Foundation. Why is it in quotation marks? Its final binding. Please note, only licensed contractors of the Foundation are eligible for the draw. I know you have all been eagerly awaiting this day. Without further delay, I will now read Celis' identification numbers of those chosen for this great honor. Murmur runs through the crowd. Celis identification numbers? Licensed contractors? You never even heard of them. Term mentioned. Is something you're supposed to be assigned? Glance at Lem, but his eyes are fixed forward, eyes and wide and shimmering. All around you, people are speaking in hushed tones like a rising wave. Aster starts reading out sequences of numbers and letters, and the panic begins to set in. No one seems to know what's happening. Somewhere near the front of the crowd, someone shouts in celebration, and everyone pushes forward. Lem? Turn to see Lem is staring forward. Mina is scared now and shouts, "Start, Daddy?" Someone throws something at the entrance and it rattles against the shipyard doors. You see, for the first time, Havenage security stood on either side, scared, arguing between themselves. You feel the anger rising in the crowd. Ram lets go. He doesn't move. I'm just... They might call out names. I can't... Mina tugs at his dog tags. It's not happening. Lem blinks rapidly and then turns to you. He opens and closes his mouth and looks down at Mina. He sees the fear in her eyes and understands it's time to go. You lead Lem and Mina out, shoving people aside. As you do, you hear the sound of scuffles emerging from the front of the crowd, the metal canisters bouncing off shipyard rubber balls. You keep your head down and walk away. The sound of Aster reading off the ciphers echoing above the chaos like some strange mantra. When you turn to Lem, there are tear tracks running down his cheeks, and Mina sniffing into his jacket. You feel the sadness rising in you too. They screwed you. Screwed all of you. You're never even on the list. The feeling is unpleasant as it is familiar. You stare ahead into the tunnel as the security sirens sound out, a signal for coming violence. Well... Drive failed. Was it even possible to not fail that one? You never had a chance, yeah. Well, that's stupid, then why is it a failure? There's no way to pass it. That was... okay. Well, I need to end the day, but I need to buy... yeah, I need to buy medicine. Oh, it's only 64 now. Everything's on sale. Wow, okay, that's even better. I don't need food right now. Get my 5 dice back. Very nice. Good rolls. Havenage agent? Yes, I could use it too. Amazing. Okay, now I have enough for the 6, so spend it at the data. Where is he? Castor, I've got something for you. And you've got a Shipmind for me. I need you talking. Need one more, right? No, 2 more. But I'll keep that Shipmind. I might need it for the next area. I think this area I'm fine. Derelict unit. Still need parts for that. I sold all my scrap components. I guess that was a bad idea, but I didn't really need the money that badly. I need to go back up, right? Everything else down here, besides the bar that I need to work on. Oh, I need to work off the debt as well. So I need to work out both bars. Danger? Danger. Work the back, work the front. Oh, no matter what. They're both repeatable, I think. This one I can't see, but why are there two sides? Oh, I guess they give you one engage, one endure. So engage I'm actually better at, so I don't do the endure. Because I'm not good at endure, so I lose a point. So I don't want to do that one, just do the right hand side. That's why they give you two options. Okay. I'll come back for that. I want to finish up here first. Yeah, I don't want to give her the money. I have one roll here, that's what I need to do. So, risky. I can use the 2 and hope I win. I'll just lose that energy. Hopefully I don't need to use a high roll. Good, I'm done. You start the draw to connections, manifest to manifest. Nothing noting the business patterns and flows. There's something beautiful in the chaos. So that should give me another connection. Kishos capsules. Spacer or something. Rent a capsule. Only place to sleep on the hub. Hacked at Coffee Colony ship and welded to the ring. They're surprisingly expensive to rent. But why? Why would I do that? I can have a little tiny capsule. I mean, that's cool, but I'd rather make my own. Only I could get scrap. So that was kind of a waste of a roll. Maybe it gives you some benefits or something, or you run in, or like you meet somebody new when you're there. I don't know. But or do I go for space or food before I leave here? Doesn't matter where I eat. I guess I'll eat here because I've already ate at the other guy, my friend's place so many times, and just change it up. So it's not just the same. It's algae instead of. It's not tasty. It's algae instead of, or mushroom or whatever we were normally eating. Okay, so that's done. So I need to work compressor club to get off the debt, and I want to work on that still. I don't have enough money to move on unless I sell the Shipmind. That will be enough. But I should have a discount. I have plenty of time, it seems. Oh, it's 80 instead of 150? No, wait. It was only 100? Okay. Well, I can move on, but I'm not ready to, so I won't. Not soon. Not soon, not right now. I already bought all the freights. Yeah, I'm not good at unloading. Let's endure. Because we have that bar to work at, we got this bar to work at. But this one's more important because I want a protection. So I'll just do 3 rolls on this. They're going to be pretty far. They're all 100%. It gets me halfway. You and Ethan gotta put on the bar for a quiet shift and have a pleasant conversation with the customer. Turns out they're a friend of the owner. Okay, I wasn't reading those. I didn't see that they had flavor text. Okay, so one more day and his debt will be gone. I don't know, I thought I already paid his bar tab though. Why am I paying more? Or why am I working it off? Doesn't make sense. Yeah, so if I need money, I could sell the Shipmind core, but I won't sell it until I go into the next area. Okay, one more cycle, I think I have one more cycle in me before my voice is completely dead. Maywick is still plenty. We'll look at that. That's a pretty nice roll. Spread. So those are 2 guaranteed ones. I guess I'll work off that shift again. We're gonna get a new ship coming in. Probably I don't need it. Hopefully one that actually sells scrap, but I don't. It's probably gonna be selling Shipmind parts or something for way too expensive. Lemon Mina's unit. What's happening there? Gone to find work, Lem. It's red. That's bad. Compressor Club. Let's continue. This one should be yeah, it's gonna give me at least 1. Not quite. Yeah, so I'll use the 6 and I'll wait for next time and I'll be able to finish it off. Oh yeah, okay. It's always similar kind of flavor text. 1 away, almost paid off. Can I guess I want to put my rest of the dice in here? It's only risky. So I could lose an energy. Not the worst thing in the world. Neutral. Okay, neutral again, nice. Lucky on those. 1/4 of the way through that. But yeah, getting those points up is going to make me stronger. Because I still need 1 more point before I could get the self-repair. So not too far off. And getting +2 would be nice, but I think I would want to bring the Endure up to at least neutral after I get this one. Just have less negatives on my character is good. Okay, 1 more day? Because that day was pretty quick. 1 more day. We're good on food, we're good on everything else. Maywick has tons of time. I think it might take more than another day. I think it might take 2 more days. Look at those good rolls. Amazing. Okay, so I could use the 5 and just guarantee the Compressor Club. So we're definitely ready for May. Yeah, maybe just use a 4. That's all I need is a 4. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna work on that still. Ethan's debt is paid off. There you go, Ethan. Better protect me with your life. I'm never going to release my debt. This shits. Ethan kicks to the locker and the sound rattles loudly out of the room. He paces around the small room, swearing to himself. You watch him from the locker room bench. Calm down, they'll do it. He laughs. There's no way. He spits on the floor, an old habit. They like having sniveling little shits like us to work their club. Saves on overheads and they get to boss us around. He kicks the locker again and swears. What did they say? Some shit about getting back to me. I swear to God, these are the most straight-edged gangsters I've ever seen. He laughs at his own joke. Can't do it. I can't spend another shift stopping spacers bringing in nail guns into the club or pouring endless shots of jury oil for ignorant Havenage workers. He looks at the locker again, threatening it with a final kick. I mean it. I'm going to go up there and shoot every single one of those shits. He makes a finger gun. Hold on. Don't get all excited. I haven't got my gun, remember? He stops pacing. But you know, Sleeper, that's not a bad idea you have there. I didn't have an idea. He ignores you. I don't mean shooting up the place. I mean getting the gun. He sits beside you on the bench. Think about it. What am I supposed to do when Maywick gets here? Shoot him down? Shut him down? I need a gun if you want to keep me... If you want to keep me... Wait, if you want me to keep that up on my end of the deal. It's simple. An explosive personnel for distraction up front. He places a hand on his own chest. A sneaky Sleeper to go in and back. Pats you on the chest. And what about the debt? We've done our time, and the wounds, they've faded. If they don't notice us take the gun, they'll never know it's gone. Plus, he stands up. After my distraction, they'll be happy to see the back of me. Maybe they'll want you dead even more. Either works, at least I'll never have to see the inside of the shithole again. He gives the locker one last kick. For good luck. Let me know when you want to do this. Let me both move as one. We meet up in the Bright Market after. But don't take too long or I'll really shoot up this place. He grins. You know I'll do it. Grab the gun. I could use a 5 or a 6 on that. Okay, well, let's grab him the gun. Let's just do it. Get it over with. When you reach the lockup, there's no one there, and you guess the distraction worked. You grab the gun. Hopefully that's the right thing to do. It seems like it. Gun tucked away safely in a pocket, you work your way down the stairs and lead up to the office. The doorman passes as you exchange nods, but it seems like you're in the clear. You hurry on, eager to go out before anyone spots anything. As you come down the main stairway in front of the club, you see Ethan entering. He has a dark look in his eyes which troubles you. He's reaching into the pocket of his coat, slowly, carefully. You catch his eye and raises an eyebrow. You shake your head. Long pause, then he nods, turns around. Walking back to the club, you exhale, not realizing you're holding your breath. Then you are out. Without a single shout, without anyone noticing, you meet Ethan around the corner on a quiet, bright market walkway. So you have it, he looks nervous. What were you doing back there? I was about to start a distraction, like we agreed, he says. Just show me. You lift it out of your pocket, and it's colder, heavier than expected. Ethan watches as you take it out. Nice. Now if you would, he beckons to his hand. Memory jumps in your mind of Ethan and Compressor. Hand out, asking for a gun back. Memory followed by the memory of a sharp, dizzying pain. You flinch. Give him the gun. Well, this time, he offered to help me, so, finally, I'll just give him the gun. He eagerly grabs it and looks down the sights. He sighs a sigh of relief. Then meets your eye, slowly raises the gun until it's pointing directly at your head. Not funny. You still don't get it, do you, Sleeper? Ethan spits. When they canceled the contract, I lost everything. My reputation, my payout, my way of getting off this shitty station. Everything. All I had was left was you, he grins. A naive little sleeper with a heart of gold. I couldn't believe it worked, he laughs, and now we are done. Whatever, still sailing on this one. He slides a slate out of his jacket pocket with his other hand. Now call to Maywick. Are you crazy? You're crazy, Sleeper, for thinking I'd kill one of my own for you. For what? Helping me wash dishes? He laughs. Long and loud. You hate him for it, but prods the slate. Done. Puts it away. He's here, you know. On the station. I've been speaking with him. He tells me we can split the contract, not 50-50, but enough of a finder's fee I can get out of the shithole. You know he's lying, right? At this point, Sleeper, I'm not sure you were the one who trusts to spot a lie, he winks. Did I just advance the story by accident? That would really suck. Ethan glances around. I've learned one thing from you, though, Sleeper. In all our cycles working through this shitty club, he smiles. There's like 2 cycles. People know that when to cut and run. It's like they freeze in the headlights and the future is bearing down on them. They watch it coming, watch their death flying in a fraction of speed. You had every chance, and yet still you kept on going like some idiot robot, going through the motions even when you knew you'd be crushed, he smirks. And let me tell you something else. The shot enters through his upper back and he crumples immediately on the ground. You drop too without thinking, pressing yourself on the walkway floor like it might save you silence. You look up to see him coming down the walkway, silent, eyes alight. It's Maywick. I had friggin' advanced the story when I had tons of time left. I shouldn't have done that. Do I just restart? And hopefully it didn't save? I think I'm gonna just I didn't want to advance the story. He was like many days away. That's so stupid. Hopefully I could just continue on before this happened. Before I chose to do that stupid thing. I didn't think it was going to progress the story. I had no idea. Because I just thought it would be getting them the gun. 31. We'll leave that for later if I can. There's only one save, so I have no choice. Okay. Alright, this is before I grab the gun. Oh, perfect, perfect, okay. Okay, no gun grabbed. Okay, so I could work on the other stuff that I want to do. Merchant Freighter, that's new, isn't it? Shipmind fragment. I could buy 2, but really there's no point. It's not worth. Haggle over prices. So the idea is if I buy 2, then if I get another one, I could make another Shipmind and sell it. Okay, well, I guess I could work on the still. Oh, they've got another thing, okay. Upgrades available. Wait, what? Oh yeah, there's the one. There's no answer when you buzz the limousine. The door is open. You push the door and find Mina sitting in the middle of the floor, playing with Bun Bun. Hi, Mina. Hi, robot, says Mina suddenly, waving Bun Bun's paw without looking up. How are you? Bun Bun is sad, says Mina, nodding at the toy's head agreement like Daddy. Look around the unit, it's a mess. Dishes and glasses on the side, some of Mina's clothes piled up in corners, and Mina's sitting in her bag. By her bag, which is spilled out across the floor. Drawing slate. Cracked and dark. Tidy up. Start with the kitchen units, piling up the dishes in the auto wash and wiping them down. Pile out the clothes next, folding them neatly. Mina watches as quietly as you. She plays, curious but silent. You just started to look at her fixing her cracked slate when Lemon enters. Sleeper, what are you? He pauses and looks from you to Mina and back again. Never mind, he drops a bag by the door and slumps on the couch. Everything okay? Lem lets out a weak laugh. You forgot the past few cycles, now too? Wish I was so lucky. He looks away at the open door. Look, now's not a good time. I want to help. Help, unless you have a side reel ticket or 2 on you, I don't think there's much you could do here. Pinches the bridge of his nose. So you understand that you never even put us on the list, right? I've been all around the rim looking for work, and I've run into more than a few from the crews. Turns out only long-time Havenage members were issued those Celis ID numbers. Never planned to consider us. Of course not. Havenage say they didn't even know that was what they were going to do. Wait. They didn't know that was what they were going to use to make the draw. And who knows, maybe Celis pulled the wool over their eyes. But what does it matter? All those hours in the yards and hand-to-mouth wage for nothing else. He slams his hand down on the sofa. Well, to be fair, it was a pretty reliable wage compared to everything else here on the station. That can't be it. You're giving up? Lem opens his mouth to respond, but stops himself. He looks at the door, open door again. They're moving the side rail up to the hub now, you know, he says without meeting your eye. That's where I depart from. They're bringing the ship with all their cryosleep pioneers and transferring them up there in microgravity before loading the crew. You could steal the ticket, or you could sneak aboard. I think stealing tickets is a better way than sneaking aboard. Lem laughs. There's no tickets. I was joking before. Those are just ID numbers coded to someone's identity. No stealing that. Fair. He looks over at Mina. Look, we'll be fine. We always have been. Just need a little more time. He sighs. We had our hearts set on a trip that is all. Mina comes over and climbs up to his lap and smiles. I'm not giving up. Good for you. Get yourself on that ship. I won't stop you. I mean for you too. I'm not giving up for you. Lem strokes Mina's hair. Look, you don't want to go to the hub and ask around and be my guest. I can't get up there with Mina down here. I'm sure a side reel will bring in a crowd. But be careful. This kind of thing always attracts scammers and thieves. If you find any way aboard, you take it. You need help to get there? Ask me. But for now, me and Meanie here are sticking to the eye. She looks up at him and smiles. I'll find a way for us all. Lem smiles but doesn't say anything. You stand to leave, but Mina grabs her hand, eager to give you one more smile. Then you are out, back in the walkways of the low end, already thinking of plans to make this right. Okay, so we work on that. Still is the only thing I think before I want to move on. But I can go up to that area again. Yeah, this still is getting built soon. One more day away. I really need money, and there's not a lot that I'm doing that's actually paying me money anymore. It's good that everything's discounted, but I can't make money and progress stories because I've done all those. End the cycle. I think that's going to be it for me. I'll have to remember I'm working on the still. If I get that done, that's going to be good. Oh, I need to eat. Good rolls again. I lost the dice. Wait, his is cheaper? Oh, I didn't even know that. His is cheaper. $12 crow, okay. I'm bleeding money just by eating. Okay, maybe I do finish that, because I don't want to leave that... That's such a cliffhanger to leave that. Yeah. Build the still. A 3 should do it. Might lose an energy, but hopefully a 3 does it. Actually, no, it'll be neutral. Hey, no, it did it. Okay. Lucky. I got lucky on that 3. We got Tella. Because Tella was nice to us. Stands back at the newly finished Still and tub, hands on hips. That took a lot of work. Look at this, she grins. The Overlook Distillery in all its glory. She squeezes you around the shoulders. Thank you. How source ingredients? She smiles. I think I got most of it covered between the food factories in the low end and farm stacks in the greenway. Yeah, I need to go the greenway. However, she pauses. There is an issue. What's the issue? Well, Juriel, the drink, as you probably guessed, is named after Juriel, the mushroom. That's why I need to go the greenway. What gives it that golden color and earthy taste? The alcohol is infused with the mushrooms along with a mix of spices. That means you need Juriel caps to make Juriel, but no one wants to supply us. Of course. The distilleries on the greenway are taking all the stock of the farms out there, and it's hard to get a single cap across the Founder's Gap. However, I have an idea, she smiles. We can grow our own Juriel caps here. She gestures at the increasing equipment-filled back room. Are you sure? I can bring mushrooms. Tella gives you a pudding look. Where's your vision? Any outside supplier means they can take a cut. Okay, maybe not you, but someone somewhere takes a cut. Oh! Bringing mushrooms wasn't for growing. It was for... Okay. Tella puts a hand on the still. We made a still. We set this up. How hard can growing mushrooms be? They don't need light. They barely need soil. We can do this. She paused, or at least we could if we had something to grow them. Like spores, that's what I meant. Exactly. Suddenly you feel like you've walked into a trap. And you are the perfect person to get me the spores. She nods rapidly. Think about it. You build up the still, and you're great with plants. How do you know I'm great with plants? You know the eye like the back of your hand. Need I go on? Half of that isn't even true. Don't be so modest, she pats you on the shoulder. Look, I can't leave the bar and the other people are picking up shifts, she grimaces. I'm saying it has to be you. Fine. Wonderful. You'll love it on the greenway, I think. It's fresh air, open space. I need to go over there anyway. She sees your expression. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. She just turns back and looks at the still and the fledgling distillery forming behind it. Around it. Really is something though, isn't it? And, want to or not, you really have to agree. Well, I need mushrooms for my other friend, too, because then I can finish his quest. Look at all the freaking drives I have. Yeah, Ethan is not protecting me. That was a poorly named quest, because it made me think that I could actually get his help. His emphasis needs them, too. So this is the side rail quest. Scout the dock. Find a way on board. That probably is like progressing things too. Okay, I want to go to Founder's Gap. Cost 80. I am going to be hurting, but I could always make money doing other stuff if I need to. Founder's Gap ferry access, nice. Across the greenway. As you step out in the passageway, someone barrels into you from behind, sending you tumbling down the corridor. You turn to see an unfamiliar spacer laden with heavy gear. She steadies herself, staring down as if daring you to respond. Stubborn XPR spacer. Oh, I'm Canadian, so I'm going to have to say sorry. She adjusts a strap on her shoulder, holding up a hand in recognition before setting off down the corridor. I'm sorry for her. The second spacer smiles at you apologetically. She's on a mission, and when she's on a mission, they shrug. Okay, that's peak. Cautious XPR. Not a problem. I mean, I understand. Barely surviving and all. They smile. You're sweet. Peek. Ash stands further down the corridor, glowering at her friends. She chops the air, pointing down the corridor to wherever end she's rushing to. Oh, that's her. Yeah, Ash. Peek raises her eyebrows at you. Ash, please. Do you want everyone on the station to hate us? Ash hardens. They want to hate us. They can hate us. She drops her hip. Not exactly seeing how much love it is. We're lucky we got through before they set up the damn cordon. Cordon? Pete gestures in your direction. See, they don't even know what you're talking about. The station isn't Hawthorne. Not everyone has to follow some corporate protocol. Ash sighs. I'm not saying that they're part of the administration. She jerks her head in the direction. But I'm saying we need to get the supplies from the Briar before someone starts asking questions. What is the Briar? That's our ship, Peek explains. Ash rolls her eyes. What are you doing? Peek ignores her. We're fine with the refugees. The ones Havenage have cordoned off from entering the station. Ash interrupts. The ones that were being quarantined in the makeshift vessels that barely made it to the eye to begin with. The ones that your station administrators called an existential risk. They're running out of supplies while the right to safety is being debated by people with no stake in the future. She quickly looks away, annoyed at her own outburst. Peek sighs. She's right. People are trapped out there, and they turn to Esh. We understand that this is a big problem for the Eye. Hundreds of refugees and more ships turning up each cycle. They hold up a hand to stop Esh from interrupting. But Esh turns away, her burning anger a palpable force in close quarters of the corridor. They need supplies, and after everything they've been through, the quarantine isn't helping. That's difficult. Peek forces a smile. Peek, please. Esh gathers herself and supplies. Esh, we need help. Just like refugees needed us, we need others too. Smile at her. Peek turns to you. Come find us. The climbing Briar is docked at the Broken Spoke, past the Greenway and the Wastes. We have a good view of the cordon, though we are keeping our distance for now. Come help us. They squeeze your hand. Ash turns to leave as Peek follows, waving goodbye. A moment later, Ash shouts back down the corridor. Don't bother coming up empty-handed. You want to help? Show us. Bring supplies or don't come at all. And with that, they disappear around the corner, Ash already picking up speed as Peek calls for her to slow down. A refugee flotilla. Where are they coming from and why now? Each time you think to begin to understand the place, something changes. Well, I need to make money. New drive, of course, because why would I not have more drives? Yeah, so first thing I need to explore all these different places. Wow, okay, ruins. Map the pathways or walk the greenway. I don't want to lose condition, but I can guarantee going green. And maybe I'll leave this for next time. My voice is dead. So that maps the greenway. I could be a Haifa member. Commune. It is pretty long service. Tracking Ashton. Oh, that's where Ashton is. Takes a while as well. Ooh, plus for that one. That's good. She's gonna pay me 200 for that, so gather scrap. There's a climbing briar. I don't have supplies. So that's the wastes, I guess. So maybe I look for. Yeah, I could spend my 6 and 5 here. Because I want that money. I need the money right now. I could always sell my core, which I'll probably end up doing at some point. But this is the first thing I want to do to finish off a quest. Got me some cryo. That's good. So I can buy some food. And this will give me another 3. This is amazing. So that'll just leave me 2 over, and I can get them next time. Oh, I could also use the 3 over here. But it is dangerous. This is only risky. But yeah, that loses condition. Maybe I can just finish it off now if I'm lucky. What are the odds? Negative, I'd lose a bunch of energy. Which means I need to buy food right away. Okay, that's not too bad. I could just buy food to replace whatever I lose. If I'm lucky, a neutral will give 2. No, neutral's just a 1. Well, I'll get it next time. It's weird that you have to press twice to go across or go up. I'm flickering already, yeah. Was there any data over there? I have to check. I have to remember to check the data next time. I'll remember when I'm... Yeah, we still have plenty of time. That's why I did not want to pass the time to end the cycle. Once it's like 3/4, then I'll be like, yeah, I'm out of time. And then I'll just do the other quest. But we need to get mushrooms. I'm not sure which one of those quests I need to do to get mushrooms. There's so many. So yeah, decent roll to go to 6. The 6 will get me that Ashton. Buy food right away because I'll forget otherwise. I don't know if it's saved, but that's going to be it for me. So have a good night, good day, whatever it's for you, and see you next time. Thanks for watching. Yeah, another 2 hours. I'm pretty consistent with that for this game. Yeah, that's really, really fun. So, yeah, probably play tomorrow as well. Thanks for watching.